Just trimmed up the beard for this one. Hope it looks good.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Ryan Stiles Harris, and in this video, we're gonna go over the third round of the JCONCEPTS SUPERCUP series, the fall session 2017.
Losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way. I'm losing my way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way. Way through this darkness. She was heartless in every way. I'm losing my way.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. We've had a lot of subscribers over the past few weeks, and I'm honestly excited to see all of you guys here on this channel. For those of you that are new, I just want you to know that I genuinely enjoy RC car racing, and I just want to make videos about it. I go out and I do a lot of club racing. I do the big races when I can and when I can afford it. And then I make content for you guys as much as I can. So I love hearing from you guys, all the comments that I get down below. I try and respond to all of them. All the likes that you guys give me, I super appreciate those. And all of the people that have subscribed, thank you so much. I know that I didn't do a video recently because we just passed like 1,000 subscribers. We passed 1,500 subscribers, and I think we'll probably be at 2,000 here before we know it. It's really, really, really cool, and I just wanted to take a quick moment and say thank you guys so much. I don't pay to promote this channel. It is genuinely just me, a passion for RC racing, and this camera, and you guys. That's it. So thank you so much. Now let's get on with the rest of this video. So the third round of the Super Cup took us to Ocala, Florida, and it was up at Newreds Hobbies. It's a track that's been around forever and ever. It's an indoor track. It's a very interesting track. I know that I've made a video previously here because I was specifically practicing for this race that we're about to talk about. Anyways, it was a good weekend. We raced in the two-wheel drive Indy buggy class and the four-wheel drive 13.5 buggy class as well. It was a little bit of a kind of stressful weekend for me because I wasn't able to get out on Friday to practice like I normally do. I just couldn't get off work. But I did go out there early Saturday morning, just got in as much practice as I could, and then just boom, gave it a shot. So it was good that I got to do that because I really haven't done that before. That's not my ideal schedule for a bigger race. And I definitely didn't like it. The entire day, I just didn't feel comfortable with the track and the car. I felt like I was just constantly trying to figure something out. And I wasn't able to focus on just racing line and just getting it dialed in up here. After practice was over, we had a quick driver's meeting. The good old Lance McDonald was at the horn the entire race day, doing a fantastic job keeping the program moving incredibly fast and efficient. We had a fairly good turnout. I think we had just over 150 entries, which gave us a lot of racing, but not too much. We were still out at a somewhat decent time. So round number one of qualifying went fairly well. In the two-wheel drive Indy Buggy class, it was once again the most popular class at the Super Cup series. I think we had a total of 4 or 5 heats, which made for some good racing at the end of the day. However, I had a little bit slower of a group of cars with me that made it a little bit challenging to maintain my pace that I was trying to set to grab the TQ. So in the first round, I qualified second to Kenny Setzer. And then in the second round of qualifying, I managed to grab the TQ, but then Kenny managed to qualify third. So the way that they do qualifying at the Super Cup series is that it's based on overall points from each round. So a second and a first meant that I had the lowest amounts of points, which worked towards the TQ position that I would hold in the main event later in the day. In the four-wheel drive 13.5 class, and I was actually going a lot better than I was expecting. It's a car that I'm still fairly new to, and a class in general, because I haven't raced it hardly ever. So I'm still figuring out things and getting comfortable with the car in general, but it was going very well. The entire day, both cars were running on the Gold Compound Octagon tires. In the Indy class, it was actually the Spec tire, which was really nice. And then in the 13.5 four-wheel drive class, it was a open tire, but I opted to run those as well. They were actually holding up pretty well throughout the day. I liked the way that they felt, and it was one less thing that I had to worry about. In the first round of qualifying for 13.5, I would end up qualifying third overall. I did put down some very competitive fast laps, which gave me a lot of confidence for the race day in general. I didn't expect to be that close to the pace going into it because we had a lot of fast guys there from the Trinity camp, the JC camp, and the Phantom Racing camp. There was a lot of fast guys there. My goal for the day was to obviously make it into the A main and then see if I could just keep it inside the top 5. That was my goal for the day. Going into the second round, the car was feeling great again. The Octagons seemed to really come around once I got like 2 to 3 runs on a set. On this particular track, they really started to feel just right. Not too much bite, but they still kept the car a little bit free in the corners, and I didn't have to worry about traction rolling too much. So the second round of qualifying, I was on the fastest pace of the day, and I set in my opening heat the TQ pace. Later, AJ Marasco, he would be on a TQ pace, but he had a few mental errors, and then he fell off of the pace, and at the end of the day, he missed knocking me off, but I think it was less than a second. So that was really cool that I got to hold on to the TQ for the second round. Gave me a lot of confidence going into the main that I might have a really good shot at taking a podium at the minimum, maybe even winning this thing. So once qualifying was sorted out, I had the TQ spot in the Indy class, and I qualified second in the four-wheel drive 13.5 class. Really good, can't complain, and I was looking forward to the mains. One small side note before we jump into the mains. I really enjoy the people that are at these events. Honestly, you guys are some of the nicest people just out there having fun, racing cars together. And I genuinely look forward to going to new tracks or just the next event, whether it's a big race or a club race, and just seeing you guys and just hanging out and having a good time with you. It's cool to see other people enjoy this hobby as much as I do, and we can share this experience together. So for those of you out there that are racing wherever you're racing, I hope that you're enjoying the community as well. And on top of the racing, I kind of think that it makes it more bearable when you have like a bad race day. You still get to hang out with the people that you like and enjoy. I think it's an integral part of the hobby that I thoroughly enjoy. So the two-wheel drive Indy Buggy main about to get underway. I do have the clip, and I'll show you some highlights of it here in just a moment. Pretty good race, pretty clean. I hope you enjoy, and I'll be back in just a second. So there you have it. Pretty straightforward, not a whole lot of action going on there, but it was a nice win and it was a great points day. So far in the series, I've won all 3 races and TQ'd 2 of them, which secured my points championship for this round of the Super Cup series. Super excited about that, and I couldn't be happier about the result. It's really exciting, and it was something that I worked hard to get from the spring session and then all through the fall session. I've been trying to get as fast as I can so that if the opportunity presented itself, I could capitalize on some awesome points, some wins, and grab that championship for myself. Now, on to the 4-wheel drive 13.5 buggy class. This class does feature sponsored drivers, unlike the Indy class, so they're a little bit more experienced, and they definitely have their equipment dialed in. It's kind of like this nice breeding ground for talent as it's growing and getting ready for the premier classes. They kind of showcase their talents just before they go into them. So it makes it for a very steep level of competition compared to the Indy class, if that makes any sense. Like I said before, I qualified second going into this main event. It was a good race, but I was disappointed in myself for a couple reasons. One, I had a few mental errors that definitely could have been avoided and possibly given me a better opportunity for a better ending. And second, I think I've been neglecting an issue with my receiver and servo that I've noticed in the past, that very randomly, very seldomly, the steering would just kind of either cut out altogether or it would temporarily like pause itself in whatever position it was in. And it definitely plagued me at least twice in this race. So I definitely put that on myself, not as an excuse that it wasn't something I could control, because it was. And I just wanted to take a moment and tell you guys about that, because I know it's something that as we're maintaining our little race cars, if we notice a problem, it's kind of our responsibility and in our best interest to fix it and not ignore it and hope it's not that bad or it goes away, because you never know when you might be presented with an opportunity to place very well, and then that very problem you had an opportunity to resolve before this now totally takes that opportunity away from you, which is really frustrating. Not going to spoil everything. Gonna go ahead, put the race out there. You guys can watch it if you'd like, and then I'll come back in just a moment and we will wrap this video up.
Racers ready, marshals ready, everybody's going to roll call here in the
Whew. So there you have it. Kind of got lucky, salvaged a podium out of that race. It was a messy one. Like I said, mental errors and some maintenance errors, if you will, on my part, definitely plagued my performance in that race. But it was a podium nonetheless, and I'm very happy that I got that result. It could have been a lot worse. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, welcome, hello, thank you to all of the new subscribers that are here in this channel. If you guys have any questions, comments, ideas for future videos, please drop it down below. I'll be happy to talk to you about it in the comments. Big thank you for all of the growth that we've had as a community. I'm very excited about it. I am definitely going to keep making content for us so that we can keep growing this thing and see where it goes. My wholehearted, honest goal with this channel is I would really like it to be a bridge between people that aren't sure about racing, they are racing, maybe they want to get better, and that we just grow this hobby as a whole. I know that more and more people are watching YouTube and YouTube videos, and it helps people get into things that they don't necessarily know a lot about. So the more that we keep enjoying this hobby, keep making content and engaging as a community, I think it's going to benefit us as a whole. And I'm really excited about that. So enough of me rambling. Thanks again for watching. Comment if you'd like to, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one.